guys, this is your warning. We do post up spoilers. At times we're relatively offensive. We use vulgar language. So if you think that any of those are gonna offend you in any way, shape, or form, take your step back right now. Because, buddy, this is not the place for you. Anywho, have fun listening to us. And yeah, this has been your final warning.
When there's no more room in hell, the dead will roam the earth and start a podcast, apparently. Hi, this is Chris from Cinematic Anarchy. With me today is
Farah.
And we are going to be your two zombies. Well, that's how they acted in this.
Yeah.
There's more Frankenstein acting than
extra.
zombie acting in this particular film.
Yeah.
We have it playing over here, so pardon me if I keep checking to my right. Yeah, you see me do that
start
frequently.
it over?
No, why do I want to start that over?
Because my notes are all chronological.
So they're all chronological. You've been on this podcast before. You know that.
I know.
Why would I want to start over?
No.
Mind you, nothing is going to be chronological, so you may have to kind of go on the fly.
No, it's all going to be... Anyway, that's not how my brain works. It doesn't work chronologically. It's a jumbled mess.
Hacking, coughing into the microphone. I'd been chewing gum up until the second we started to keep from doing this, and fuck, I'm getting over a cold from last week, so...
Stay away.
It was ugly. It was very ugly.
What?
The cold. It was ugly.
Oh, I was like, who's ugly? What?
No, the cold was ugly. I never stay out of work. And honestly,
yeah.
I was down for 2 days and throughout the weekend. And then my boss was just like, if you need Monday off too, we can give you Monday. And I'm like, no, I'm going to be there. I don't want to use all my sick days because I have the sniffles.
Oh my God, I know.
But
because then something bad happens.
It is the thing. And anyway, so speaking of zombies, we are going to be discussing George Romero's Dawn of the Dead. Romero. George Romero's
that doesn't even sound
Dawn
right
of the
either.
Dead. Plural. Not plural, but giving him possession of the movie.
Yeah. The
Romero's.
1978, as old as me.
I think I ended up watching 3 different versions of the film because you ended up watching just the regular version, and then I watched...
Yeah, I got the Amazon version.
A letterboxed cans cut that was like 2 hours and 40 minutes long.
Yeah.
And then I watched the director's cut, which was around 2 hours and 17 minutes long. And so I may have seen a lot of things that you didn't see. However,
I don't know.
I did see them with the back of my eyelids.
Is this the director's cut?
This is the director's cut.
Oh, so...
So the letterbox version I watched had like the bars on either side that made it like for those old tube televisions.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was horrible.
From our youth.
Yes, we are the podcasting equivalent of a bunch of zombies trying to deal with a podcast. I think we both fell asleep watching this movie.
No, I didn't even start it last night. I fell asleep and then I panicked this morning at 8 a.m. that I hadn't watched it yet.
Oh, no, I sat down to watch it. And I think I got through a good portion of the beginning of the film. Like, they had just gotten to the mall, and then I think I passed out because I was way too fucking comfortable, and nobody's here to talk to. Because that's sometimes what I'll do.
It's probably good I didn't watch it before I fell asleep. Because now, I think my life is just too boring. Because every time I have a dream, it's a TV show that I just watched. And it, like, puts me in the middle of a... Because my brain can't think of an original thought.
Well, if you watch the end of Dawn of the Dead, when they had all the music in the mall, it might have been more fun. Zombies set to music.
Oh, the bikers.
I've had that before, where like you're watching a television show and you pass out watching it, and whatever's happening in the television show somehow invades your dreams.
That happens to me every night.
It's only really acceptable when I'm watching Friends. But I used to have
crazy dreams that now I'm just like Hollywood. My subconscious is just like, can't come up with new ideas. Let's just put you in the middle of some TV show.
You know what?
I was in Severance.
We have no more good dreams for you.
I had a Severance dream one time when I was watching that. Just every damn.
It's not even
show.
Your reruns. It's reruns of some other television show.
I didn't write it. I'm like, that's very disappointing.
You don't get to see your own.
I've run out of ideas.
Just Severance.
But I have had the zombie dream at least once a week since I was a little kid.
I've only ever had one recurring dream. Ever.
Oh, wow.
And it was both morbid and weird at the same time. The devil, in the form of... this is when I was a kid, okay?
Oh, okay.
The devil in the form of some teenage girl in a friggin' Daredevil costume coaxes me to an island of clown pirates who end up killing my parents.
Oh my god.
That was the dream
Clown
that I had.
Pirates, I like
Clown pirates.
that.
Basically, my parents were killed in the hull of a shipwrecked pirate.
That sounds like a Disney
boat.
movie.
Well, up until the murder.
Well, no, killing your parents. That is a total Disney
Pirate clowns killing your parents?
Maybe.
I think it might have been the product of maybe watching It when I was younger. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. That's
It
why
was
I
something.
think maybe that started. It was probably around 8, 9, 10 years old, and I started reading Stephen King when I was like 10, 9, 10. So I don't know if it's just. I'm always like, is this a memory of another lifetime? Is this a.
I mean, it wasn't Bozo the
multiverse
Clown
thing?
that tormented me. I'm telling you that.
Good.
Or what was the other clown back in the 70s and 80s? Willie Whistle or something?
I don't
That
remember.
only talked with whistles.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So there was Bozo, which was the really loud one. I think everybody knew.
Oh my god.
And then there was Willie Whistle, which I think was more of a local clown.
Oh
that
my god.
was
Let's
on
not
like
get into the
PBS
clowns.
televisions. And neither of them were particularly scary.
Oh my
Captain
God.
Kangaroo was fucking frightening.
Oh, I've never seen Captain Kangaroo.
Go watch Captain Kangaroo.
You're
Just look up a
a
clip.
lot older than me. Okay.
Okay, look up a clip of Captain Kangaroo. You'll see what I mean.
He's
Okay.
like a little over a year older.
I don't know if you've heard. Do you ever watch
like,
Mad TV? Stewart? He had
Yeah.
a Stewart haircut.
Oh god.
But it was basically
I
a
have to
heavy
watch
set older man that was kind of like the Captain Crunch Captain without the
Oh
hat.
my god. I've probably seen it, but not seen the show. But
Well, yeah, I mean, clowns never scared the piss out of me until Pennywise, and then
oh no, I don't know. For my 3rd birthday, I was already scared of clowns, and my mother thought she would cure me of that by having a clown birthday party and dressing me as a clown and doing my full makeup at 3. Yeah. I took off out of my party and was sitting on the curb by the highway.
Oh, okay.
Guess who's still scared of clowns 40 something years later?
I was only ever affected by 3 horror movies growing up, and it was Nightmare on Elm Street, mainly because of the scene where Johnny Depp falls asleep, and then there's the river of blood that comes out of his waterbed after he's dragged up the wall and onto the ceiling. There was the shower scene from Psycho, which made me physically nauseous when I saw the fake blood washing down the drain. And here's the thing is that the shower scene from Psycho made me a stinky little kid.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Because I avoided the shower. Yeah. And it's like, Mom, you're not allowed to shut the door anymore when I'm in here because I want to make sure that I can scream for you in case some guy comes in here. And we didn't have a shower curtain.
Oh.
Okay, we had the sliding glass door that was kind of frosted because you couldn't see on the other side of it. But you could still kind of see,
though. It's better than a curtain.
Right. There's no reason I should have been that scared of that thing. But those are the ones that affected me when I was younger, and then that slowly fell in love with horror movies. You know how they made that stabbing noise, right? Cantaloupe. What?
They stabbed a cantaloupe.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. That squishing sound. Yeah.
Now I'm going to have trouble eating cantaloupe.
Right? I'm surprised more people aren't scared of cantaloupe.
Just walk into the produce aisle. You okay, Psycho?
There was this one woman I used to always tell this joke. Why did the melons not have a wedding? Because they can't elope. That's the lamest dad joke. All the bad jokes I know, I always remember like that person. Like I don't remember anything else about her, this woman I used to work with.
If I periodically hack and cough throughout this entire episode, feel free to talk over my hacking and coughing because
I had my Flonase, so I think I'm okay. What's that water?
And then of course the miniseries gave me the fear of clowns for a while.
Yeah. I didn't watch that much horror when I was a kid, but I read Stephen King, for 30-something years. And I don't know. No, I always had the post-apocalyptic dreams like a zombie apocalypse. And it was always in like at a fairgrounds or a carnival or amusement park.
Zombies never freaked me out. Nothing that had to do with the undead ever freaked me out. It was weird. Just those 3 things. And, paired with the fact that my father, my stepfather, he taught me to fight fucking sheep. Okay, so I have always been this dorky little, I'm going to say it, wiry, because I was back then. You remember me when I was 155 pounds and I was this toothpick. I was a toothpick.
Yep.
And so I was this wiry kid that got picked on a lot because I had a bit of a lisp. You can hear it every once in a while, and I hit my
I
F.
don't really hear it anymore.
But you don't hear it much anymore because I've trained myself to not really go hard into the S's anymore. So I keep my tongue back a little bit and whatever. But so I got my ass kicked on a couple of occasions. So my dad was just like, you know what? He goes, they're going to put their fists up when they go high, you go low, kick them in the dick. Yeah. That was what my stepfather taught me because he was the same kid growing up. He was wiry. He eventually grew to be about 6'3". All right. I never got past 5'8".
See, my son Jacob, his dad, I remember telling him, you just bop him in the nose hard one time, and that's all you need.
I had two fighting moves growing up. My two fighting moves were kick him in the dick or keep getting up. Because if you keep getting up every time they knock you down, eventually they're going to get tired of knocking you down because they want you to stay down there. They don't want to have to keep knocking you down.
I just avoided it.
Basically, are you satisfied? Are you happy now? Do you feel better about yourself? And they'd hit you again, and you get back up and say the same thing. You satisfied? You happy now? You feel better about yourself? And just keep going at it. Eventually, they're like, oh, you know what? This is not even worth it. You're not worth it, man. That's the go-to bully thing for when they're finally tired of hitting you.
The girl bullies are different.
But I told you that
verbally.
To tell you this.
They kill your self-esteem.
Fear of clowns. There's only 2 adults that I've ever kicked in the dick in my entire life. And that was one was a clown at a local thing. He got really close to me, and I don't know what he said, but I screamed and booted him in the balls. We got escorted out of that particular
when you
circus.
were a kid?
Yeah, when I was a kid.
Oh, okay. This wasn't like last week.
I was maybe 9 years old.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And then a little older preteen, maybe 12 years old. It's all right. It's still alive. Don't worry. We didn't knock over the microphone. It's just a slight. Yeah, I get it. The other one was a doctor. We had this whole thing. It was called Nature Island or whatever. And basically, there's this island in the middle of the Boston Harbor that they bring you out to, and they let the kids do this whole weekend full of nature thing.
Oh, that's nice.
But to do that, I needed to make sure that I had updated shots, and at the time I did not. And so I went in to go get shots and have some blood taken. And this is the first time that I'd ever had that done. Shots, yes, not blood taken. So shots go here,
and
I don't feel it all that much. But when they tried to do this, and the second they tried to insert that needle, boom, and I ran off with this a little bit of blood coming down my arm and this needle just sticking out of my arm. And then they're like, you have to go back. It's like, if you don't go, you're not going to the nature's classroom. And I was like, okay, fine, I went back. So
was it nature's classroom?
Because
they had that's what they had at my kids' school, nature's classroom.
Nature's classroom.
They would go up to Maine one year, and the next year they go to Old Orchard Beach. But yeah, let's get back.
Well, Old Orchard Beach we went to every year. We didn't need to do that with the school.
Oh yeah,
we just went there.
That's where I got married, right on the beach.
Oh okay.
Yes, lovely wedding.
I got married in some random backyard around here.
Oh yeah, I remember.
That was the gift of the bridesmaid was to throw us a wedding in her backyard in her flower garden. It was a great
Did you have
wedding.
An arch and
we don't talk to her, but Susan, if you ever watch this, we thank you. We're still together after 26 years. Not me and her. The other one that's over there. Oh, what was that face? Oh, you're killing me.
Like I'm going to be with a man now.
Oh, jeez. Well, I mean, yeah, it's easy to be turned off by guys when you end up with a few duds.
Yeah,
a
few.
Okay. So a long line of duds.
We're not doing a dating podcast.
No, we're not doing a dating podcast.
That would take too long.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that another time.
Or too short.
You don't want my advice on dating because I have none.
Exactly. I don't either. My kids are always. My kids have more boyfriends and girlfriends than me, and
there was no gap between any relationship that I ever had.
See, that's how my kids are.
Yeah.
Morgan started dating in December and has had 3 relationships.
I didn't see the belly bump of the fat guy.
The what?
You didn't see the fat guy belly bumping the wall just a second ago?
No.
Shirtless fat guy just
was it he ends up in the fountain, doesn't he? I love they're playing hockey. They still remember how to play hockey.
Yeah, the zombies in this film are, I guess the insinuation is they still know certain things from their former life on a very archaic basis. It's like muscle memory for them.
What would you still have as your
I would have if I was in a
ability,
mall.
yeah.
If I was in a mall and my muscle memory came back, I would find the closest stone. What is it? The Brookstones or the closest Lazy Boy store, and I would just sit in one of the chairs. And you see what I'm doing right now? This is my muscle memory. You know?
I'd be holding up the clothes.
Yeah. There was one girl that just kept walking in front of a mirror and just looking at herself.
She must have been a teen. Sorry, teens.
Yes. Well, yeah. And then we got this guy that looks like Frank Zappa. Okay. So
I don't know what Frank Zappa looks like.
You don't know what Frank Zappa looks like?
No.
Well, he looks like that.
I remember him, but I don't remember what he looks like.
He looked like the near the end when they have the reporter and the guy with the eye patch on the television.
Oh.
It's the reporter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that guy with the mustache and the big hair.
Actually, that's one of the first notes.
You can either say Jim Croce or... Okay, what was your first note? We'll start there. You seeing is you had everything organized.
The eye patch guy, I don't even remember, the scientist, he kept saying a few different times in the movie about without emotion. And you got to deal with it logically because he's a scientist, of course. Well, and the other guy is like, why does it have to be logical? Well, that's the whole point.
Because these creatures are no longer human; they are zombies. They're basically the living dead.
So you got to turn off your emotions.
Even though you're technically looking at something that was a human at one point, you have to look at it as if it were any other animal you are shooting at or hunting down. And let's be honest, some people have trouble shooting Bambi. Some people can't pick up that gun and shoot a deer. So why the hell do you think that they're going to pick up and shoot grandma in the face?
I was going to say, if it's your mother or your kid,
Okay, go shoot your mother. It's...
But that whole thing, as you know, I'm a big Walking Dead fan. Yeah. And, which actually, that's how I came to be in 2004. I really wanted to see the 2004 Dawn of the Dead.
Right.
And none of my friends could go, whatever. Not that I had many friends, but, and that was the first movie I ever saw. Oh, sorry.
That nervous clicking of your pen will come over everything.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm
click, 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 click.
ADHD.
Yes, I know. You got to have something to fidget with.
I know, right? What was I saying?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, so I went to the movies by myself. That was the first movie I ever saw by myself, and it was like a Tuesday afternoon, so there wasn't many people. And I just remember laughing at some of the parts, and I was the only one. But anyway, so I loved that so much, but yet I never watched the original. And anyway, so then that's how I started watching The Walking Dead when that came out.
Let's be entirely honest about it, though. You're talking about a zombie film from the 70s.
Yeah.
All right. So when you're talking about films that were shot maybe 1985 and prior, you're talking about archaic. I'm going to mispronounce archaic. I was going to call it archaic.
Archaic.
Yep. That's where my brain was going. And I was like, nope, stop tongue. You're going to say it the wrong way.
Then you caught yourself.
An archaic version of practical effects. And this is Tom Savini.
Wait, let me finish my thought.
Okay, finish your thought.
So I started watching The Walking Dead, and then I started going to conventions, and I started volunteering at the conventions, and then I made so many friends, and one of my best friends, a few of my best friends so I'm like, this kind of, the whole Dawn of the Dead and Day of the Dead and everything kind of changed my life in one way, because it's, I used to say thanks to...
I always treated the remake as a different thing altogether.
Kirkman?
Yeah.
But also Romero.
Kirkman?
Yeah, Walking Dead.
Oh, Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There's a lot of crossover.
I am terrible with names.
Yeah, me too. I'm like, that's...
Get me to sit down and watch a movie that is basically like a foreign film from Japan.
Yeah.
Or Korea. Or one of those things. And I'm like, I looked at Nico the last time we did one of those. I'm like, you're going to pronounce some of these because I am going to fuck all this up. Every single bit of it. I'm going to fuck every name up.
Yeah.
And then, if these people ever watch this fucking thing.
What was the word we said in the car? And I was like, Qatar, the country. And I said, I think I've only ever seen it written.
QATAR.
No, there's no U.
No, I said QATAR.
Oh, I thought you said QU.
No U. Right, but some people pronounce it Qatar, some people pronounce it Qatar. It's all over the place.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to pronounce it at all anymore.
We're not going to get into
No.
pronunciation.
No. Anyway, moving on.
No, I mean like pronunciation. We're not gonna.
Oh, there's so many things you can mispronounce. I mispronounce things all the fucking time.
I know. Or then you could just say I made up that. I made it up. That word. I didn't pronounce it wrong. I just made up a new word.
Right? Well, that's how it works, right? No, it's not a mispronunciation. It is an interpretation on the original design.
Right, yes.
And, just fuck you, Chris. So
what were you saying before when I was like, let me finish my thought? Like,
I have no idea what I was saying. I was just saying this is like an archaic form of... Because the blood was still that kind of paint-colored blood. This is early Tom Savini work, too. Yeah. So he's like a master of special effects. And he has perfected his work.
That's why I was
surprised
years. It was him, because I'm like, this is not Savini level. And I'm like, they need Nicotero, which he was probably a lot younger than I don't know if he was in the business then. Greg Nicotero.
This is also around.
He was
the
so
time
nice.
that,
I met him a few years ago.
This is also around the time where Savini was making like little guest appearances in movies.
He still does that.
Oh yeah, he does now, but he does that, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, thanks to Quentin Tarantino bringing him back as what was
it? Dusk Till Dawn?
From Dusk Till Dawn, but I'm trying to remember what his name was in it.
Oh. It was something really offensive. What was it?
Most of that movie had some offensive stuff.
Oh my god, I love that movie so much.
But like his whole thing was the cod piece with the six gun, you know?
Oh yes, the sequel was horrible. I got to look it up.
You're gonna look up Tom. What is Tom Savini's name in From Dusk Till Dawn?
IMDb.
Right. Well, of course, you can get all that information.
Put in a little,
I had that over here.
A little plug for IMDb.
But I didn't actually think to charge my phone.
Sex Machine.
Right. Well, that's not really all that offensive.
No, I was thinking it was more...
I'm just thinking that's his nickname for himself. I am Sex Machine, you know. I mean, he's got I am Sex Machine with a dick for a gun, but if you really looked at the gun that he had, it's kind of short for a guy named Sex Machine. The balls were bigger than the actual barrel. It was really short.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, Tom, for Sex Machine, you should have had not a sawed-off shotgun. You should have had a full barrel.
I only remember...
Selma Hayek did a lot of shit in bikinis back then. Let me tell you. She played a stripper twice.
She probably still could.
I have to look it up. She might have played a stripper more than twice.
I mean, yeah.
It was in Dogma and in From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah.
I will be honest, I preferred her in Dogma.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Even though the snake-headed bitch was freaky as hell.
I like the guitar without the head, the torso guitar.
Oh, God. When they were Tito and Tarantula.
The band.
I believe that's Tito and Tarantula, if I'm not mistaken. One of my favorite groups.
That's a real group?
That's a real group,
I didn't know it. See?
They have several songs on the soundtrack.
All the time.
Soundtrack. See, I've mispronounced the word track into truck.
Soundtrack.
That's
what they deliver the music in.
Yes, apparently.
So I was saying the makeup was really like, sometimes I was just actually laughed out loud. LOL.
Well, you said to me, Tom Savini himself said that he had made a misstep with the makeup, making it as gray as he did. Because it came off as blue. When the cameras... Because he was used to the black and white of the original of Night of the Living Dead. The blood, and you looked up what the blood was made from. It was made from like sugarcane syrup, peanut butter, and food coloring. Ugh. Which I'm like, peanut butter. Well, I'm guessing that's what made it so that it wasn't like. But like this blood looked really, really thin. Like there's, which. I'm guessing they didn't use a ton of peanut butter. Not to be like gross, but like with the diabetes, my blood is thicker when my sugar's high. Okay. It's like it comes out a little thinner. Like it really depends on the gluten. I don't know if that's just me or making it up, but you're giving me information I can't really use any personal experience to process. So and like sometimes it's like that thin, like this blood is just like, look at him, and the guy starts like, he's like, oh, this is the scene when, what's his name? What's the dude's name? Oh, good Lord. The one that I keep referring to is Anthony Head. The guy that looks like Anthony Head. Yeah, I can't stand this guy. Look, there was like a spigot in that zombie's head. He shot him. Okay, this is really weird. Hold on. It was like a fountain. So I went to go in to look at the names of the people in this fucking movie. I got to go outside of it. Because I went in to go look at the names of the people in the fucking movie. And what they did is just named the characters in IMDb. Not named the characters, but named the people that played these characters, and didn't give you the actual name of the character. It just says Dawn of the Dead underneath.
What?
Which makes no sense to me.
No.
It's like, that's not what I'm looking for here. I'm looking for the name of the...
No.
Yeah, that's what it says in IMDb. Go take a look. I looked at it, I was like, I have no idea what's going on here.
Oh, no, it has their name.
Does? Where?
Like, Stephen. Peter. Like...
Oh, no, mine just said... maybe I have to go show you. See what it... See? Look. Just says Dawn of the Dead.
I can't see anything.
Okay. Great. I don't know what I did. Never mind. Anyway, so what was his name in that? I know one was Peter.
Roger? Was that Roger?
Roger? Roger, Peter.
He looks so different. Yeah, that's Roger.
So this is Roger. Roger.
He looks a little like Ron Howard in this picture.
Roger always seemed to want to attract the zombies wherever he went because he's always whooping.
Yeah,
You know,
like quiet the fuck down. At one point, they're like, "Don't use your gun. You'll attract them." Yeah. Well, also like he goes crazy here. He's like
he sounds like he sounds like Mario trying to escape a constant enema. Woo! No way! You know, just running around.
Yeah.
But
how come they didn't run over any of these zombies? Did they not learn anything from the one in 2004?
Well, I mean, they didn't run over any of the zombies because, you see, they got their arms out like this.
Oh, so that stops.
So they're this kind of spacing. Okay, drive on either side of these arms.
Like, that's... it's okay. He did hit one. Okay. Yes. He kind of sideswiped the other one.
But mind you, Roger started purposefully hitting zombies shortly before he was almost killed by the female zombie.
Yeah.
He was avoiding them before. And then he kind of went half nuts after almost getting killed.
He did totally go nuts there.
And then shortly after,
he gets the blood on his face, he's like, and this was me last night when I had an edible. I'm like, oh.
He got the blood on his face. He looked like he was rubbing it in like a moisturizer. Oh,
he went full batshit, like.
He went off the deep end for all of like the 10 minutes that it took him to get another truck and then have somebody bite his leg and then bite his arm.
Yeah.
These
people's arms are coming off way too easily. They're just like losing limbs, like just, how strong are these?
I think that
zombies?
He hired a couple of actors that were actually missing limbs so that he could do some of this.
Like in the 2004, and they had the guy on like a pulley thing, and he had no legs, and he was coming through the parking garage.
Right? Yeah. That was an actual
when they found the dog. Yeah,
guy with no legs.
He didn't. He was a stuntman.
And then, of course, we had the priest with one leg in this. That he actually used that crutch like really well, like it was a second leg.
that was. I never seen he like replaced his leg with the crutch, not put it under. His arm.
If you are in a position where you've had to use it all of your life, eventually your brain starts thinking of it as a second leg.
Oh yeah, but I've just never seen that, like, instead of an artificial leg or something.
I would love to interview the guy, but he was pretty old in this, so I'm thinking he might not be around anymore.
He'd probably be 150.
He'd be one of the nope. Chris, we're not going to say anything. Yeah, okay, moving on.
I don't know where you were going with that. Okay.
You know what? I'm not going to say anything out loud because my brain went to a place that would take us down a conversational hole that I don't want to get into.
Yeah.
So we're going to move on. What is your next note?
Okay. One of the characters, it was like this really stupid guy, like almost an extra, and he said they were going to head to an island, and they said, what island? And he said, any of the islands. And I thought of the 2004, the ending. And that would be where I would go. I'd get on a boat. I wouldn't go up in the air.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Is that it does not matter. It does not matter basically by zombie lore anywhere. Once this world has gone to, the dead are rising, you essentially are already infected, whether you are bit or not. This is before they started providing a lot of deep explanation. So this is still like second film George Romero, before they started providing like deep explanation as to
because each thing has like The Walking Dead, everybody was infected. No matter how you die, you turn. This each have their own zombie rules,
right?
Just the special
at this point that getting bit turns you into a zombie, or did we just find this out with this guy?
I think they said it after.
Because I don't think that they had even established the zombie rules.
Is it Steven or whatever? He says that he saw people bit, and it was no more than 3 days that they lived.
That was Peter.
That was Peter.
No, Steven,
No.
the other guy.
Yeah, I think it was him.
Okay.
And he said he had seen them because he was military, right?
Yes.
So I can't even imagine them living 3 days. But that was after Roger got bit.
I'm just trying to remember.
I don't
Okay.
remember when he says
I think they actually have this mixed up, but it says Peter was played by Ken Foree, which is this guy.
Oh.
So the one we're talking about.
Oh, who
and
was
then
I
Steven was played by David the guy that was basically Flyboy, the one that you said kind of looked like
we were
Hugh
calling
Laurie.
him Flyboy, yeah. Oh my God.
He looked like a young Hugh
That was
Laurie.
I said, could you imagine House in a zombie apocalypse?
And then I told you this guy, the other guy, kind of looked like Anthony
He uses
Head.
cane for knocking them out,
Right.
Yeah, Anthony Head. Either Hugh Laurie or Dan Stevens.
And Ken kind of reminded me, I thought Tony Todd at first.
Oh.
He reminded me a bit of Tony Todd,
okay.
like a young Tony Todd.
Yeah. Okay. I think I met him. Did I meet him?
The one from Candyman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met him. Yeah. I don't remember much because I've never seen Candyman.
Francine is the only one that we're not really talking about right now.
Oh, that was my next thing, yeah. Or one of my next things.
Francine was
at first
always seemed to just want to get away from whatever's going on there.
Oh yeah,
like to the point that
she
thought that Steven was finally dead. Like he had finally died near the end of the movie.
Oh, the elevator.
Spoilers, which we it doesn't matter. We do spoilers anyway. We have a warning at the beginning of the podcast. But so she's already ready to move on.
Yeah.
And Peter's just standing there like,
well, maybe he survived, maybe he made it. And she's like, nah, let's get out of here. Let's blow this pops can get in the helicopter.
To be the one that put him out too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's the only, I think that.
So at first I thought she was very like damsel in distress, kind of like they made her.
At first?
Yeah.
I don't think she ever escaped damsel in distress.
She
had some moments where she shot
things.
A
little more badass. She learned how to fly the helicopter.
I've seen bigger badasses in films, and
definitely.
I think that he was teaching her to fly because
he knew that,
yeah.
If he dies,
if he dies, she needs to be able to get the fuck out of there.
I mean, we got used to like characters like Sarah Polley, and all ones like Michonne on The Walking Dead, where it's where they're total badasses.
Jamie Lee Curtis from Halloween.
But was this around the same time as Halloween?
It was about the same time.
Yeah. But yeah, at first I was like, oh, come on. And then they say she's pregnant. But I like how she's like, oh, I don't get a vote, and she's like, I want to know what the hell's going on, So at least she's trying to, like they're talking about aborting the baby. She's like, do I get a say, basically?
Right. Well, because Peter asked Steven first. He's like,
I know.
Do you even want to have this baby? If you want to do this,
it's not
I can
your
take
baby.
care of it. Right. And it's like, wait, hold on a minute.
Yeah.
So this guy's basically offering an abortion to your woman.
Yeah.
And not even consulting with her first, just immediately assuming if you say it's all right, I'll go do it.
Yeah, she heard that. And yeah.
I guess I must have looked away
and I had
from
to
the
think
screen
about
for a
that.
minute.
I was like, that was about 5 years post Roe v. Wade.
I looked away from the screen for a minute after this conversation that they had, that Steven and Peter had.
Yeah.
And like the next scene was I saw the shadow coming across the way towards Francine, and I thought she was in a different room, and like Steven had just thrown her under the bus and said, yeah, go ahead and do it. And then Peter was going to go take care of it.
Oh my God.
I was like, oh no.
No, not Hugh Laurie.
So when I saw that the Brown Derby still existed back in the 70s there. Have you ever been to the Brown Derby?
No, I've heard of it.
It was a good restaurant way back then.
I love the little wheelbarrow. I have never seen a green wheelbarrow though in my life.
That's also a very weird wheelbarrow. Like that's the kind of wheelbarrow that would cause you all sorts of back problems.
Yeah. That's more the kind you see as decorative that people just plant the flowers in.
I thought it was like a kid's wheelbarrow.
Yeah,
like
it is a very
wheelbarrow.
it's not good for wheeling around, people that have been bitten.
It's definitely squat into the ground.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of problems with this film. Not that I didn't like it. I think it was good for what it was, but there were moments where I guess the music that they play in the mall took me like right out of it.
The music.
Because it was such goofy music.
So
and even I thought it was a little weird that they go into the gun shop and there's like this African safari music with like tribal African chanters in there. And I'm just sitting here like,
oh my
some
God.
of this feels like mildly racist.
And do they have like gun stores like that in Pittsburgh? I mean, I don't know how, and I was thinking how that was one of the other things I wrote. We don't really have gun stores around here. I mean, you could probably get hunting rifles at some of the
mind you, I only grew up around the malls that we had up here.
Yeah, that's why
I don't think there was any
thought,
hunting stores in the mall when I was growing up.
What if the shit hit the fan? I don't know a way to get a gun in the apocalypse. Not in Massachusetts.
I'd love to look that up at some point. When was the last, or where is the last gun store in a mall? Where do they have gun stores in malls?
When you get below the certain
Mason-Dixon
line or something, yeah, then they're everywhere.
Yeah.
I lived in Alabama.
Well, no, I've never. There were no gun stores in the malls down in Georgia when I was down there. None of them.
Maybe not in the malls. We didn't even have malls in Alabama. We had some outdoor malls, but
strip malls.
Well, no, they had these they were nice. It was like a mall, but the entrances were all to the outside. But it wasn't like a strip.
so like an outlet mall.
Yeah,
almost.
Yeah,
kind of like they have the Kittery Trading Post area.
Yeah,
up
they
there.
didn't have. I don't know if they do now. I mean, this was in the '90s, early '90s that I lived there.
I mean, they had some outlet malls down in Georgia too. They have them all over the place, really.
Yeah.
Prices aren't as low as they should be in those.
No,
areas. They should be definitely.
It's like
cheaper.
the stores at the airports. They're like, oh, duty free. Yeah, but just still paying more than
duty free.
From that old Seinfeld episode. Do you know how much duty is? Duty's not that much.
You keep saying duty, and my 5-year-old brain is just going, duty!
Duty!
She said duty! Okay.
Let's do our duty now.
I gotta stop.
One thing that Fran says,
okay,
like you said, she always wanted to get out of this. She always wanted to get away.
Was it the scene where she was like...
She says it's a prison here, too, the mall, like where they wanted to stay at the mall.
You're seeing this whole place as if it were wrapped in gold, but it's a prison here, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got the.
Yeah, I remember that.
All I wrote down.
That was one of the lines that was one of the lines that I remembered that she said. Then.
Oh, and I read too that Romero asked her at one point to scream, and she said she didn't want the character to come across as too weak, so she wouldn't do it. And then he didn't ask her again. So if you notice, she doesn't scream.
I did notice
that's good.
There's one bit of nudity in this entire film, and it was the weirdest nudity.
Her shaded boob. It was like in a shadow.
No, it was you could see everything.
Maybe it was my TV.
You could still see
but it was but it was just shadow.
They were just sitting. Maybe it was in the director's cut because I don't know.
Oh, maybe
it was in. There was a scene. I want to say it was
bed.
shortly, where they were in bed.
Yeah,
and it was shortly after the previous scene, which I had mentioned was mildly racist.
Mm.
It was the 70s, a different time, you can say, but like where they stop in the middle of everything,
was more overt,
so that Stephen and Francine can have a dressed up dinner while Peter serves them.
Yes, of course.
You know,
well, they're the happy couple.
And he doesn't even get to fucking eat with them. He has to go and drink over the grave of his friend. But right after that...
I feel bad I didn't even think of that.
Right after that, right after she turns down his ring again, so I guess he must have held on to their rings, and he tries to hand it back to her. That's over the meal. He tries to hand her the ring.
Yeah. See, I was confused because, like, you realize that they were divorced. I thought they were never married. I thought they were just dating.
Near the beginning, there's a very quick part where they mention that he's like her ex.
She does say... Yeah, that somebody asked her in the helicopter if she was leaving somebody behind, and she said,
man, sometimes.
Yeah, she said an ex-husband, but I didn't even think of him being the ex-husband.
Right.
I was thinking it was a different...
So he tried to give her the ring again.
That wasn't very obvious.
I guess because they can't get remarried or anything like that, so he was like, let's do this again. She goes, no, because it would just be fake.
Yeah, and then they were getting that whole montage when they were getting a suit and dresses, and then she was doing her makeup.
Depression thereafter.
I thought they were doing a wedding. I thought she was gonna like
they went into depression and boredom mode, and even when they had them both in bed, he's just sitting there with his shirt off, laying underneath the covers, kind of staring off into the distance, and she's just sitting there with her boob out and her arm over her other boob, just staring off into the distance, not looking at each other.
Yeah,
and I'm like thinking, You wonder if Peter was like in the other room going, "Would you guys stop fucking?" And that's what the scene we got it was. Just them going, "Oh, Grady hurt us." They're not bored. They're just like they got caught in the middle of the
their
act.
Future. How's she gonna? I was kind of hoping it would be a zombie baby thing, like in the 2004.
Yeah. It died.
Spoilers. Oh my god. Well, because the mother died. Like, yeah, what would happen?
And then you basically get alien baby, which it comes out of the stomach, just chews its way out.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. If you're pregnant or you're gonna have a kid, don't watch that scene.
There's a lot of movies that have like killer babies.
Yeah.
It's like,
because there's nothing creepier than like you see
gave
those
itself a
dolls and like
C-section.
Spirit and stuff. You have the demon babies, and I know people that make them that
the Living Dead
but
dolls.
yeah. They paint them as. Actually, I kind of did something like that.
I think I friended somebody on Instagram that makes like their own babies. Like they buy those old plastic ones and then kind of burn them a little bit and then kind of.
So I kind of did that, not too fancy. When I had a haunted house for the kids' school, when Jacob was in elementary school, every year I would do the haunted house, and they kept making it bigger and bigger, and it was like 4 classrooms, and I'd have to do everything. And I don't remember what theme I did that year, but I did that with some old baby dolls. I found some creepy dolls somebody was giving away. Just you cut the hair out, you put a glow light inside it.
I always feel like it's a healthy
and paint,
really healthy like a mental or psychological process to go through. Just burning and painting and plucking baby dolls and effigy.
Some of the hair and paint.
I
love doing that.
I don't think I've ever looked at one of those plastic dolls and thought, this would look better. Burn it with fire.
Everything is better burned.
I contest that I don't feel like I would feel better burned. Not everything is better burned.
No.
Just plastic baby dolls.
I'm just like, I love like the special effects and stuff. I was, of all the celebrities, not big celebrities, but all the people I've met, my favorite was Greg Nicotero, and he charged almost nothing for an autograph, and he talked to me for a few minutes, and and I had said that I had wanted to be a props master in college. That's one of the things I did, I was a theater and English, whatever. And I said, but then I had kids and I can't move to California. And he says, go to Georgia, like Atlanta and stuff. It's the Hollywood of the South now. And I was like, yeah, man, I wish I could, but
Georgia,
Nicotero, as good as Savini is, Nicotero is just a maestro.
There's like a handful of areas that have like a secondary life as filming locations.
Yeah. Sonoy, that's how the locals call it.
I think Portland. What was
which Portland, Maine?
Yeah, Portland, Maine, but that was Portland, no, Oregon.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But there was another one that I was trying to think of that's on this coast. Is it in Maryland?
I don't know.
Oh, fuck. I'll have to think.
But a lot of those zombie ones are filmed down in Georgia. Zombieland, Walking Dead.
Well, have you ever been to Georgia?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Have you driven off the beaten path in Georgia? Some
When
of
we
those
lived there,
areas,
yeah.
some of those towns that were just decimated and never got back on their feet.
Yeah.
Some of those places look post-apocalyptic.
Oh, yeah.
You don't need to do much.
No, where we lived in Alabama was like that. It was an unincorporated area.
Yeah.
And it was, they wouldn't even become a town. It was just a bunch of fireworks shops because we were right over the bridge from Pensacola. And fireworks were illegal then in Florida.
I think fireworks were illegal in
that?
Georgia too, if I'm not mistaken.
Massachusetts is the only one that's still illegal. Every other state is legal.
Got all my fingers, so I guess it worked.
Right?
But
anyway, it was this little, we were a mile down a dirt road. We had to go a mile just to our mailbox. It was just like, it would, every time it rained, the road would get washed out. So yeah, it was like that. It was like an apocalyptic
I am the kind
landscape.
of guy, right? There's a reason why this works for me, sitting next to a microphone.
Yeah.
Because I am the kind of guy personally that you should not put heavy equipment in front of. You should not ask me to set fire to certain things. You should not put explosives in my hands.
Oh,
By
yeah.
the way, the racetrack is in full swing outside. It is spring, and the Haverhill drag strip is right outside of my door. So we are the Cinematic Anarchy studio right off the Haverhill drag strip.
Well, if I do it from home, so many fucking dogs all the time. I'm sorry to my neighbors, but Jesus Christ with the dogs. I sound like an old man.
Honestly,
shut up, you dogs.
Honestly, I would rather listen to a dog howling and barking than have a parade of 50 fucking motorcycles and loud cars.
Yeah, no, I don't like that either.
People that for some reason, you know what grinds my gears? For some fucking reason, feel that they have to have the bass on whatever the fuck they're listening to.
Didn't we do that, though?
That it shakes my windows as they're driving by, and for another half mile as they go down the street.
Nobody cares what you're listening to. But, we did that. Didn't you do that? I was in plenty of cars where everything was rattling.
I did not do that in areas like this.
No,
I did that at the beach.
Nah, we didn't give a shit. Not people I was in the car with,
Yeah, I did that at the beach. I didn't go around like this area.
Oh, no, they did. When you're a teen, I know having two teens, Danvers then.
Okay.
Yeah.
That area I can understand. Mind you, me growing up, I didn't grow up here.
Oh,
I didn't grow up in the city area.
Yeah.
I grew up in a more suburban kind of area. So
Danvers is very suburb.
You've been through the area where I lived. I believe.
Georgetown is a lot more almost rural.
Yeah.
But what was I saying?
I have no idea. It's your thought process. I can't read your mind.
I know. Why not? Why not?
Idea. I'm not good at it.
I do this to my friends. I'll start in the middle of a sentence and they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you couldn't hear the conversation that I had in my head before I said it out loud?
Ask the woman that's over here in the other room. If I could read her mind, I'd sleep on the couch less.
Yeah, no, that's a woman thing.
How did I fuck up? Can't you tell? No, I have no idea.
Right?
You need to tell me. Communicate.
Right?
Say something.
Oh my God. Oh my fucking neck.
Okay. Oh. Yeah, my couch is not the most comfortable thing in the entire world.
Not.
I apologize.
No, it's because I'm leaning over.
It's life. It's age. That's what that's what does it.
The kid already wants to go to the chiropractor. I'm a kid 12.
Don't be popping things this early.
No, but they
Okay. So let's get back into Dawn of the Dead
that's what we were doing.
Me and you and ADHD, we both have it, and we can't keep on a subject, which is why this kind of works a little bit.
Yeah. And the whole thing about them, using tools and grabbing things and being able to, that was a whole thing with The Walking Dead in the first season with, who was the original producer? They fired him, Frank Darabont. And they fired him after the first season or after a few episodes. And then they brought him back. But his whole idea for them, he almost looks like the makeup now.
Okay.
He looked up, but anyway, he was, he wanted them to be able to, be able to pick up things. And, that's why, you have the little, did you watch the original Walking Dead? You did, right?
I watched all of it.
Yeah. Okay. The little girl with the teddy bear.
We're 75% of the way through Fear the Walking Dead. We watched all of the Walking Dead.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the little girl with the teddy bear, that kind of thing, now she's in her 50s. No.
Jeez.
No.
I don't think it's that long ago.
But
no.
It feels like it. No, but what?
I don't know. You lost your train of thought. I didn't lose it for you.
Oh, nobody's gonna want to watch this.
I don't know. No. Okay, look.
Oh no. So Darabont, he wanted that was his idea. How. Because everybody has their own zombie rules, different, right?
Their take on what zombies.
28 days
about.
Later, you got the fast zombies, you got the smart zombies, and then they brought those in at the last season of The Walking Dead. Remember, they all of a sudden they could climb and things.
Here's what I don't get: they started being able to climb at the end of that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But apparently, the climbing zombies didn't transfer over to Fear the Walking Dead.
Yeah, not really.
You didn't have climbing zombies in Fear the Walking Dead.
They have, and the ones they had in Europe were faster. Oh yeah, see his partners on the other side. Okay, so you're
talking about the other episodes that I haven't watched yet. I haven't watched any of the spin-offs.
Yeah.
Daryl and Carol.
Yeah, they're just they have different. They have different variants on all the shows. They end up breaking off you do with viruses.
Daryl, this is my friend Carol. This is my other friend Carol. Anyway.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think the young people would get that.
Young
reference.
people aren't going to get. No, they're not going to get Newhart jokes.
No, I don't know.
Old Bob
I
Newhart
barely
jokes.
remember that. But I remember
for the children watching. If you've ever watched Big Bang Theory, Bob Newhart plays Mr. What is it? The Professor Proton.
Yeah.
In Big Bang Theory, and he actually had a show in the early 80s called The Newhart Show.
He had a few
shows. That had a group of guys, and they were three brothers, and one brother was the one that always talked for him, and he kept saying, "Hi, I'm Daryl, this is my brother Daryl, and this is another brother Daryl."
I remember my dad loving those characters, and I was young then. When was it Penny's and not J.C. Penney's?
What?
The store.
I have no idea. I didn't even see that out of the corner of my eye.
No, I know. I saw it the first time I was watching it.
Do you think maybe Penny's and J.C. Penney's were two different things?
No, it's probably the same because it's spelled P-E-N-N-E-Y.
Maybe somebody named J.C. bought out Penny's and it became Penny's, and then J.C. keeps bankrupting them.
Well, it's like how T.J. Maxx and that. I don't know. I'm not going to get into
Was
that.
it just Maxx at one point, and then all of a sudden T.J. decided, you know what, I want to buy that, and now it's T.J. Maxx?
You mean like HBO Max?
Like two companies just
and
combined?
then I get a thing that HBO Max.
Maybe there was a JC's
and
now
it's
Penny's.
Going back to HBO Max.
Maybe there was like a JC's and there was a Penny's, and JC Penney got together.
Maybe it's just different areas of the country didn't use the full name. Like this is
entirely
Pennsylvania.
Possible. Like right now, all of our Dunkin' Donuts are just Dunkins.
Yeah, that they changed that.
It's like, what the fuck? You still sell donuts.
Yeah, I know.
Mind you, they don't sell the quality of donuts that I grew up loving.
But do you remember the Dunkin' Donuts? They had plain donuts that had a little handle.
They had the handle, the plain donuts that had the handle that you'd. Yeah,
took my
I remember
shoes
that
off.
for a while.
Sorry, getting comfortable.
But I remember them having a much larger variety of donuts.
Yeah,
and the ones down south still have that variety.
They used to make the donuts fresh. Time to make the donuts.
Fred, yes, Fred, the donut guy. Time to make the donuts.
Oh my god. This is like a whole 1980s.
I miss Dunkin' Donuts, Fred.
Flashback.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at how... Oh, this was one of the other things I wrote down. How is there morphine in the mall office?
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, one of the stores was actually like an urgent care kind of thing. There was like an urgent care or medical thing there. Yeah, they had mid-mall things like that.
Oh.
They used to have one in the Rockingham Mall over here.
We didn't have urgent cares here until maybe 10, 15 years ago.
You can't have all that fun and not have
you would have a doctor's office, but when they weren't open, you'd have to go to the emergency room. And then a few years ago, they started opening the urgent cares because everybody was taking up emergency rooms with like ear infections and stuff.
No, I think that I remember there being an urgent care of some sort in the mall up here, if I'm not mistaken. But that was like 20 years back, maybe.
Oh.
I can't vouch for 1970 because I was a fetus.
But I was like, I thought it was just like the security office or something, or like their back office, like.
No, 78 I wasn't a fetus. I was like, 78 I was
who
in diapers.
Has morphine in their, like just in their random desk? I didn't realize it was because I didn't think about it being like a.
Why does he look more like Anthony Head when he's almost dead?
That's some great hair. Yeah, I see now. Yeah, I see what you mean.
The closer he gets to death, the more he looks like Anthony Head until they put the blue makeup on him, which felt like overkill.
His hair.
Like he had just died and everything
who he
was
looks
sunken
like.
Back.
The guy that was Max Headroom that was
Matt
in the
Fuhrer?
2000. Yes.
Okay, yeah, I guess a little like Matt
the
Fuhrer.
hair, and that's funny because in the 2004, he was. They end up having to put him down because he gets. I'm in the Dawn of the Dead. He was also in Fear the Walking Dead.
Oh no, I was thinking The Stand, Trash Man. In the original Stand miniseries, he was the Trash Man. The one that was taken on, I think, in the newer series was done. The Stand.
Oh, Stand.
The Stand. Stephen King's The Stand.
No, Stephen King's The Stand.
I had trouble watching this guy right here, the guy with the eye patch, the guy that was basically saying that you have to kill these people with like no emotion. I had a little trouble watching him because he was like the spitting image of this like wrestler that had like an eye patch as well.
Oh,
I was just like, I was waiting for him to just get aggravated with the Jim Croce wannabe across the way from him and just pick him up and suplex him.
Did you watch The Last of Us?
No.
Oh, well, the first episode, it's like a show like that. And they're talking about about the fungus and how this, how that could happen. And it just reminded me a lot of this, when the guy is interviewing the scientist, I don't know why I said scientist in quotes.
I've seen a lot of different versions of zombie movies. Like, there's a lot of weird takes on the zombie
and there's
movies.
always the expert that's always like, no, this is what we have to do.
That nobody wants to listen to. He's the expert, but nobody
and
wants to listen to him.
everybody gets really mad at
late.
him. It's like, well, they were the ones.
No, we want to do what we want to do. Now you're all dead. Well, see, you should have listened to me.
They're the Anthony Fauci of the zombie world.
Pretty much.
People are still mad at him, which is ridiculous.
People,
we got to wear masks and get vaccines and wash our hands. No.
Yeah, no. I'm not going to go down that political road with you right now.
No.
Mm-mm. All right. What I want to say is, this is the only political thing that I'm going to say during the podcast. You got this side, and you got this side, and the biggest problem between this side and this side is the fact that both sides are fucking angry, angry, to the point that there is no way to get back to this middle space here.
Yeah.
So
they say one point this movie, they're like, it's not like Democrats versus Republicans. Like, this is like a war. And that's
wait a minute. Democrats versus Republicans are basically at war right now.
I know. Well, this is the zombie apocalypse is the great equalizer. Everybody's the.
In this case, it wouldn't be Democrats versus Republicans, though. I don't like that insinuation that it's not like.
No, that's what one of them. I can't remember which one of them said that.
This would be like them talking humans versus a fucking alien race, because this is a completely different race altogether.
Oh yeah. That I can't remember who said that, but when he's dying,
okay, when he turned like that, he looked so much like Hugh Laurie. It's not even funny.
I'm like, where's his cane?
The guy that played Steven,
which he was a comedian in Britain, and I didn't know that.
Hugh Laurie,
yeah.
Oh my! Have you ever seen any of his stuff?
I mean, I didn't know that till after House.
A little bit of Fry and Laurie. Oh my god!
No, I gotta watch that.
Like,
I gotta watch some of their stuff.
There's very few people I know personally. I don't know who you are with British comedy.
Yeah, I like it.
British comedy can be a little dry sometimes.
Which I like that.
But I loved Monty Python. My kids loved Monty Python.
My dad loved Monty Python, and they've been advertising, Holy Grail is on one of the services. I don't want to name the services. Netflix. You can't say it.
I can say that if I want to. It's not like I'm bad mouthing them.
No.
Okay, this is the end of the movie, and you can tell that they're a bad shot. This is what I was talking about.
They're trying to shoot the mannequins.
Flyboy went to Stormtrooper College for learning how to shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He's been just shooting everything but what he's supposed to be shooting the entire film.
Then you get the bikers in there, and they're like, "Oh, they've survived so long." Yeah, but they're not hitting anything.
They survived for as long as they did. Because it's not just 3 guys or 4 guys; it's an entire.
But none of them are shooting at the heads, and then
because killing them is not what they thought was fun. The zombies are slow; they're hitting them in the face with pies.
I know.
This is why I'm saying
it went
into
off
a
the rails. Yeah, became a totally different movie when the bikers showed up.
Spraying them with seltzer. I'm like, are you trying to emulate
Clown
Benny
bikers.
Hill or something?
Yeah.
What is going on? Okay, kids.
I was like, what is?
Hold on, children. I've made another old person reference. Go look up Benny Hill. He was old.
I remember.
He was British, and
the woman always had big boobs. I remember.
He was somewhat of a pervert.
That's all I remember. Maybe because I was obsessed.
There
with
was
boobs.
a lot of sexual jokes about him running after women that were scantily dressed and really liking boobs.
And they're just running circles. I think even if they've never seen that, they've seen references in Family Guy.
He was early,
and they do that a lot in Family Guy.
Early British National Lampoon.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
He was like, what would you do if you took Monty Python and made all of their jokes boob jokes?
Yeah.
That's basically what that was.
As a boob-obsessed young person, I liked it. But also as a young budding feminist, I'm like, this is horrible. But how horrible? But,
as a young adult male growing up, I know that he was making boob jokes, but I don't think that I was paying attention to them because all my brain was doing is boobs.
Yeah.
Because I was
I know.
prepubescent teen, just boobs on the TV.
Oh, like I'd be any better now.
Right? This is stuff that they showed on this is stuff that I don't think they showed it on PBS. I know they showed Faulty Towers and Howard. The most racy thing that they showed on PBS was Are You Being Served?
Yeah,
with,
I never watched that. I tried to get into it, and I was like,
the best part. There's Mr. Humphreys, and I'm trying to remember the woman's name. The older woman.
I never
the
watched
older
it.
cashier in my Are You Being Served? She had a running joke whenever she was talking about her cat because she referred to it as her pussy. And she said, all right, what I need you to do is I need you to go over there and I need you to lift me slot and look inside and see if you can find my pussy, and just
oh, it's so clever, ever so clever.
But that was the filthiest thing that you got to see on fucking late night PBS when you have some woman talking about her pussy. It's her cat. It's her cat. So but as Americans over here, we're not going, did she just, yeah, she did. Yeah. Okay.
We had a running joke, my bestie. She was fostering this very large cat, and I would come over and shave him sometimes a little bit at a time because he was all matted, and she'd be like, you want to come shave my pussy?
Fair enough.
And then she's like, you haven't been using my washing machine. And I was like, because I have a lot of laundry to do, and I need a machine that could take my big load. We're a couple of little boys. We're not women in our 40s. Moms.
Yeah, you gotta have fun where you can have fun.
Yeah.
Do you have any more notes?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh, Roger says when we already passed that part about it.
Well,
we got this by the ass and I was like, oh, he's like, oh, we got this. Yeah, we got. And I was like, well, that's just it for him. He's dead now because
he's admitted he's won.
That's the rule.
You can't admit that you've won because then you'll be killed.
This is what it was shaded.
Yeah, it was shaded.
The boob,
you can still see the boob.
Yeah, I'm saying, but yeah, they're just totally.
This is like
neither of them had an orgasm or something. They're like,
this is the scene of I couldn't get it up.
They look like
it happens to everybody.
Yeah, right. They look like mannequins. They weren't moving.
Something else was dead. It just didn't come back from the dead.
Pregnancy, zombie apocalypse. It's all very stressful.
And no zombie dick for Steven. It's all blue and gray. What is that?
Oh my God.
I got bit last night. Anyway.
So how long are they there? She starts to show. She was 3 or 4 months, but she wasn't showing. And now, were they
just had a nude scene where they didn't show anything, and she is not big enough for her to be holding her back already.
I know. Yes, it's so difficult.
It's just
I've
got to carry around this.
That's just a big meal. That's like a big meal. That's a little gas.
Right. That was not prominent until
the
just
shopping montage and the arcade and everything, which I think is
where they were all having fun.
And
the guys even shooting things in the wheelbarrow.
Why do you got to have a little fun montage? I'm not knocking it. I liked it. It was a little funny, like the 2004 version, where they're all hanging out at the mall, and
The thing is that I think that the humor here was completely unintended.
Yeah.
There were jokes, definitely. They made some jokes back and forth. I had mentioned the obvious dick joke that you missed, where was it Steven comes up, he goes, look at my loaf, look how big this is. And then Peter comes up next to him and he goes, mine's a lot bigger.
I don't know how I missed that. I'm very disappointed in my perverted mind.
It was an obvious big black dick joke.
All I was thinking about was bread. I was like, oh, that's a big loaf of bread.
They're making BBC jokes right over here. Look at this.
If it was a sausage, yeah, it would have.
They had to have baked that especially for that scene, because that was a fucking huge loaf of bread.
I've never seen a loaf of bread that big.
That bread was almost as tall as he was, and he was the tallest guy in the damn movie. You could have put that next to Roger and he would have gone why is that bread taller than me?
Talk about a clown. She goes crazy.
I don't know if that was clown makeup. That looks more like she was going for
Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, that's not Marilyn. That's not a Marilyn Monroe look. That's but
she even does a little fake,
an old time burlesque kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think that's part of her face. That little mole is part of her face.
No, she drew that on.
Did she?
Yeah, I thought I saw her draw.
Am I wrong? Did I not see that mole on her face throughout most of this movie?
Oh, maybe. I thought I saw her draw it on. I remember doing that as a kid, practicing with makeup, and I wanted to be like Madonna, and you draw the little mole.
My sisters did that to me a couple times.
Drew a mole on you?
No, put makeup on me.
Do you remember, it seems like a lot of women during the pandemic, experimenting with makeup. Everybody was doing the TikToks when they weren't making bread.
No.
No, you didn't experiment with makeup.
No. No.
Yeah, I just, not as much as some, but like, you try to have a normal, people were
I was
just trying
normal.
to
I
fill the
experimented with
time.
alcohol.
I never got into the bread making, but I did buy an air fryer, but that was, I was good. I didn't adopt a puppy. I didn't have a baby. I just got an air fryer.
If we get another close-up, look for the mole for me. Because, like, I swear to God she had the mole the entire
Maybe.
time.
But
She's setting the dinner table right now.
yes, so fancy. And I was thinking, wouldn't they eventually run out of food there? How much damn food did they have?
Well, they took over a mall that had a grocery store inside of it.
Oh, it had a grocery store?
Yeah. Where do you think they got half the food?
No, I thought they were like, I know they had like little like packaged things, like,
No, they had a food shop. Okay, she has something on her neck. It wasn't.
Yeah, she does
here.
have a mole on her neck. I remember that. Yeah.
Oh no, not on her neck, her chin, right here. It wasn't up here. It was down here.
It's a moving mole.
So she painted out one mole and put another mole on her cheek.
One. Oh yeah, well you gotta have it.
So maybe it was
spot.
kind of a Marilyn Monroe thing. You're right, but that was a lot of makeup for Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah.
Did she do anything in color? Like, was that her actual makeup in real life to make her
Marilyn
look...
Monroe?
Yeah,
I have no idea. You act like I'm from the 50s.
I have no idea. You've seen movies. I've seen.
Didn't she
movies.
die before we were born?
I have no idea.
No, I haven't really seen any of her movies.
Okay.
She wasn't in
I
as
think
many
she died
movies
back.
that she
Like,
didn't have.
She's died when things were still black and white. I don't think she died anything in Technicolor.
It's all the days of yore.
You still want to go through your notes?
Yeah, I'm getting towards the end. We've gone over some of the stuff already, like the morphine, the shopping.
Well, we're all over the place.
What's his name? Not Steven.
Peter?
Peter. I keep forgetting their names. Well, he said his father was a priest in Trinidad, and he said that that when there's no more room in hell, that was a voodoo saying. I don't know if that's true.
Room in hell, the dead will walk the earth.
I don't know if that's true.
I can look up the origins of the saying, but I don't want to do it while we're on the podcast because I really hate looking things up on my phone.
Yeah, and then I'll get into a whole thing and I'll be reading
my
an
whole
article.
thing is diving headlong into a podcast or a movie I may have watched just 10 minutes before the podcast started with all of the preparedness and research of nothing.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
My thing.
Exactly. That's I'm like, I could have Googled this stuff, but
are you prepared? Fuck no.
Drinking and smoking in pregnancy, and then I'm like, I gotta cut her some slack, just a little stressful time.
My mother smoked while she was pregnant with me.
Not there, yeah. Like, and then I'm thinking, was it really that rampant in the 70s?
What wasn't that like the racist guy from the beginning of the movie?
What?
I'm sorry.
No,
I think it was.
No,
that looks like the racist guy from the beginning of the movie.
You just see a fat guy with a mustache. You think is the same?
All fat guys with mustaches look the same to me. I look like that guy.
It's a different guy because it was a different camera angle.
He just doesn't have my beard.
No. I don't think it was the same guy.
Okay.
All these white guys look the same.
Sorry. Well, I think my mother smoked when she was pregnant with me.
Really?
Yep, that's all the brain damage is about,
I mean, a lot of my family, they did, but it was just because my parents never smoked.
I don't think she did any...
But then she was drinking wine, too.
I don't think that they had all the warnings for smoking back in the 70s that they do now.
Yeah, but they knew about alcohol, right?
They definitely knew about... I didn't say my mother drank while she
was
pregnant.
No, I'm saying this woman did.
It's like my mother wasn't out going, I'm pregnant! Line up the tequila shots,
Oh, when I was pregnant with my first, I had one sip of wine at Thanksgiving.
The
and
disco version
my then
of
husband, lost his mind.
See,
you can't drink.
He put the helmet on. He looks like the racist guy from the beginning.
Okay, maybe. Maybe it's just that 70s mustache.
I mean, maybe they couldn't afford two fat guys.
Yeah. They
just
cost
put a second
money.
fat guy, the same fat guy in a different helmet. And like, okay, this is a different man.
They're not gonna know. Yeah, they won't know. Nobody.
You can't say racist things quite as much in this persona. So you know.
So as a cop, he's more racist than as a biker.
Yes,
he's
a less racist biker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the motorcycles I was saying before about those sidecars just look ridiculous to me.
Yes. Like
how do you
I said,
look
I
like
think
a tough Hell's Angel or
the sidecar on a biker's bike is like biker divorce. It's like, honey, you're not allowed on the back anymore. Get over there.
Yeah.
We're not leaving you behind. You're part of the gang, but that is your divorce cab right there. You get down into the cart.
No, I think they leave them completely when they're.
And I do have this one little thing. I got a lever here.
Oh, that's the first time I noticed there was a chick.
You mouth off. I pull the lever and it'll eject you. You'll go that way.
There was a biker chick.
There were a couple biker chicks.
Really?
You didn't see them?
Yeah,
There were like
your
3
TV
or
is a lot bigger than
4 or
mine.
5. There's several of them that have their old ladies on the back.
Oh.
And one guy has a Tommy gun for some reason.
And I was also thinking, they got the van. They got a few of them in the van. How much it must suck that you're in
Where
the
did
biker
the
gang
1970s
and you're
bikers
in the
come up with a Tommy gun?
at the gun store in Pittsburgh. Apparently,
I have no idea.
Tommy gun.
That was what it was.
Maybe
You saw that, right?
no. Maybe they had it on the shelf for years. It was just for a collectible.
Maybe this guy came over from like some old gangster film. He's like, "Look, I brought this prop.
Right?
Okay, get over."
It was save some money on props.
I was playing Capone in the other movie,
Well,
and now I'm biker number 3. Fuck.
Like I
It's a
told you, the
downgrade.
rednecks at the beginning, it was like there was actual like hunters and stuff in the area, and the National Guard, and they all came out to be in the movie, to be extras.
Ooh, that's an idea
And-
right there.
yeah.
1930s mobster film,
But with
but
zombies.
with zombies.
Yes. The biker gang, like when they're taking over the mall and they're taking jewelry and like cash and clothes and like scarves, I'm like, what the hell?
So they're basically doing the they do it now too, which is like the crisis version of looting.
Yeah.
So that basically what their thing is, society's going to get back to a point where money
you
is going to
think that's-
fucking mean something, because even the good guys
Yeah,
rob
they're
the
like,
bank.
look,
in
we
this.
got the
It's the whole reason why Flyboy Hugh Laurie wannabe in this,
Mm.
when starts shooting people. We stole that first; it's ours, and he
Yeah.
starts shooting at people and gives away the fact that they're in the mall.
But I'm like, jewelry? Like when they're ripping jewelry off of people?
That's why I was not terribly broken up about Steven like dying, like because he was a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Money means fucking nothing
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Okay, you are in a zombie apocalypse. You're not going to pay anybody off to fucking stop the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
So you robbing the bank is a pointless action right now.
But like you said, well, it might be just a wish fulfillment. Like, wouldn't you just love to just go in and rob a bank with no repercussions?
I think it's 2 things. I'm gonna make another comment here. So we have the movie playing off to the side, which is why our focus is no longer looking here; it's over here. And there's this guy that looks like what you would imagine Ben Stiller would look like if he had a handlebar mustache and long hippie hair tied back.
Tom Savini?
No. This is a
The
different
other-
guy. This is the guy that walks around
Yeah,
with the
put on the
oversized
glasses.
sledgehammer. The guy that walks
Oh.
around with an oversized sledgehammer, swinging it around as if
Oh
it
my
were a
God.
foam bat.
Oh my god.
He put no acting into that whatsoever. Because if that
this
were
guy.
if it was a legitimate sledgehammer,
Yeah.
he would have made it look like he had a little bit of difficulty swinging it, because
Look
he
at
is
that
a
friggin'
Ben
blood.
Stiller type stick. He looks like Ben Stiller as
Yeah.
a hippie.
Yeah, he does. I get it.
And you just see him like throwing this thing around.
Oh my god.
Right. And everybody else that gets hit by it has to act like they just got hit by a truck.
Oh yeah.
But he is swinging it like it is a golf club. It makes no
I
sense.
love it.
Like none at all.
But there's another chick.
Yep, there's another.
She's
I'm
got a
not
little-
entirely
little
sure that's a
white
woman.
afro.
Actually, I am
Really?
not entirely sure that's
I
a
know.
woman.
Let's not assume.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
assume that is a woman. I'm
It's like a
I'm
perm.
only 50-50. This seems like an equal opportunity biker gang. Honestly, like everybody's in it. You got hippies.
They look
you
like
got
blue
geeks,
aliens. They're shooting the. Oh,
Right.
there's
You've got-
kids.
You've got the racist Mexican with the fucking Mexican hat from what looks like a. You didn't see the Mexican guy that has the big sombrero that looks like it
Oh,
comes from
yeah.
some like cheesy
Oh, this
restaurant.
guy- Yeah, like he just was working at the Casa something.
Right. Yeah, he worked
Yeah.
at the Casa something,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Put on this hat." No, it's part of the job. No, we'll pay you $5 extra. Okay,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, that's just really. It's really.
It's an
the
equal
village
opportunity
people.
biker
It's like
gang,
a
yeah.
village people biker gang.
pretty much. Except for I don't see anybody that would strip down to BDSM gear in this.
Do they still have walkies that big?
Yes, they do.
Oh, it must
Oh no,
be a
this is old.
military
This
thing.
is like old school.
Yeah.
What do they call them? Satcom
Like a-
micro, like the ones that work off satellites.
Yeah, yeah, where it's like a satellite phone, but
Yeah.
before they had very military.
Even still, those are really big, like military.
I'm disappointed
microphones.
they
I don't
didn't
know
have
that
any
they're that big
deaths in
anymore.
the fountain like they.
They-
Well, not like.
They threw Tom Savini in the fountain.
Oh yeah,
They shot him and he fell off and into the fountain. That was the end of Tom
I want a
Savini.
really violent, like in the 2004, just
Well, the 2004 one took
around.
liberty.
Yeah,
it took liberties with the original storyline.
And there was what I didn't like until the biker gang showed up. It was just the like four of them,
right?
What was it? And then 3. I'm like the other, the newer movie. They had a lot of people, which is good because then there's a lot more that you can kill off. It's like the whole Walking Dead thing. Like, let's introduce more characters so we have some to kill off.
They needed more dialogue, more storyline, and here's the funny thing: is that they had more people to deal with, but the movie was shorter. If I'm not mistaken, the newer one was a lot shorter than this one.
Yeah. Well, they'd bring in a group of them and then they'd kill them off. But you need some collateral damage. You got to have some extra characters that people don't really care about. Yeah.
So moving on to the end game here.
Oh yeah.
What?
Wait, do I have any more?
You want to do more notes?
No, wait.
What do you have left? You got something
left? The music.
Left?
We talked about the music.
Yes,
it's so crazy. About the bikers not shooting the heads. The blood pressure machine. Why did the guy...
Oh my god. That was one of the most hilarious parts of the entire film. That was the guy with the Mexican hat.
Oh, was it?
That was the guy with the hat.
He really wanted to test his blood pressure.
He wanted to test his blood pressure. He's like, what are you doing? Stop playing around. We got people shooting at us, right?
Yeah.
And then as the zombies were closing in... He's like, I'm getting my blood pressure before I die.
But does he not realize that traps you?
No, I think he knew he was going to die anywhere. He's like, fine, if I'm going to fucking die anyway, I want to know what my
your blood pressure is over 100.
It says over.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, yeah, he's dead.
Yeah. I'm like, no, it's not over 100. It's 0.
They're making a lot of, I don't know.
See, they're stealing all this jewelry from this one zombie, the poor girl.
What's the point in stealing the jewelry, though, if you're just going to rip it off and break it?
Well, you got the good gemstones,
you don't want to get bitten,
You got the gemstones.
The
pies in the face. I was like, what am I watching now? Oh my god.
I don't understand this at all. This is where I was thinking you could have that Benny Hill music playing in the background.
Yeah.
Because
it just went off the rails.
The ending of the film was just the least serious. These guys don't take any of it. They're like, it's like a joke to them.
It's just the bikers, yeah.
The bikers. And they were
you gotta make your own fun, They
were technically run off by 2 guys, one that died, and the other guy that was up above, just kind of taking them out one by one, took out Tom
and then
Savini.
They're like, oh, let's run.
Once their ringleader got killed, that's when they all ran off.
Once Tom Savini,
And then I think...
Which they didn't even have names in the credits. Like, at the end, it was just like bikers, and it listed all of them.
Tommy Gun guy was the last one that got killed, if I'm not mistaken. He got shot off the back of the bike and then eaten by the zombies.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, I don't know. You prefer the newer one to this?
Oh yeah. Like I gave this like a 6. So I'm like, am I just spoiled from, watching all these zombie things over the last, 20 something years? Or is it really that bad? It's supposed to be a classic, like you said.
Well, I mean, it is. I mean, you got to understand that this set the ground rules for a lot of zombie movies that came up. And obviously, as years went on, even when you look at the next film in this installment, Day of the Dead.
Yeah. Which I'm pretty sure I did watch that.
Well, I'll bring you over. We'll do Day of the Dead as well.
Okay. I think I watched that a few years
ago.
They
refined the zombie experience
as
you go on. So Land of the Dead is definitely not going to be
They're taking clothes. He starts to take a suit, shirt, and tie, and then he throws it back. Like, I don't want a suit.
Right?
It's more fun. They're throwing the money up in the air. They're having the good old time.
Right. Mind you, all this stuff is back in its drawers and everything. And he's like, I stole this first. You didn't technically steal anything because you left the money where it was.
Yeah.
It was all still in the drawers. So whatever's there is not stuff you stole.
Oh,
You're like, no, I want that too. One guy with
look
a
at
fucking
that big battle axe.
Yeah, I didn't see the battle
love
axe.
that. I didn't miss that too. Yeah.
So me personally, knowing,
what would you choose for a different, like a unique weapon, like a battle axe?
What would
I would definitely have a machete. I love a machete. I love a good machete.
What would I use?
Yeah.
I'm not going to use a Tommy gun. I'll tell you that much.
I know, right? A bayonet would be really good.
I mean, I'm going to be entirely honest with you. As a guy that's watched a lot of these films, I'm not picking up a single weapon that puts me face to face with a zombie.
Mm.
I am going to do things. If I have to
Yeah.
have something, I might have a machete at my side if something gets close enough for that.
Yeah, but sometimes they just come up and you don't even have time to like, you know, like
But-
I never got the crossbow. That's time consuming, and they have to be at a distance, you know.
I would have a rifle for faraway shots. So.
Yeah.
And if something were to get up close to me, I would like to have a holster on my hip that had a pneumatic nail gun.
Oh, that's a good idea. That wouldn't kill a zombie, though, would it?
I mean, it depends upon the size of the nails you're using, I guess.
I've thought about this way too much. What weapon you would go for, you know?
Depends.
Yeah.
Get creative. Make sure you have something that...
See, he's got the machete now.
Yeah, he has the machete.
Which always reminds me of Danny Trejo.
This
machete.
This is him
This
doing
is a good one.
his special effects, like the machete in the skull.
The beginning of the movie when they blow somebody's head off, that surprised me because I wasn't expecting that of like an older movie like this.
So yeah, I mean,
but then they kind of limited it. And now it's just all the abdomen shots. It's all the squibs. It's not a lot of. I like exploding heads. That sounds horrible.
With all the
a mace. This person
mace.
has a
mace, or is that
a medieval mace, or
Morning Star? Is that what they call the one with the chain? Mace is the one that has just the ball on the end, right?
I don't know what a Morning Star is. I only know.
I think the Morning Star is the one with the chain.
Oh.
And then
it wasn't
mace...
the guy with the blood pressure. Wasn't the Mexican guy?
I might be completely incorrect about this. If the Morning Star is the one with the chain, and or if is that the mace? Which one is it? If you tell me, comments below, because I have absolutely no idea which one is which right now.
But you're not live anyway, so we'll look it up after.
So personally, I would give this
fat guy
based off of what I know about the movie, about this basically setting the precedent for several things, I would probably give it about a 7 to a 7.5. As zombie movies go, I was not disappointed.
IMDb had like it as a 7.8 or something.
Even though I managed to pass out last night trying to watch it and had to watch the end this morning off of a disc that surprised me. I told you, this is the weirdest DVD that I've ever had. I've never had a DVD where you had to flip it over like a record to watch the second half of the movie. That's crazy. Like, I've had like VHS cassettes where you had to use 2 discs or 2 tapes for the same thing.
Yeah, I've had those.
But that is the first.
Or the ones where you had the director's cut on one side and the theatrical cut on the other. But
right, but it was an hour and a half of the movie on the front end.
They couldn't fit 2.5 hours on one side. And then the
other hour and 15 minutes was on the back side.
This was a DVD?
It was a DVD, yeah. Huh. So
I thought they had more
I'm even spoiled by Blu-rays that can fit like a 4-hour movie.
This makes me want to do one of those rooms where you break things.
Right.
Yeah, my friends and I wanted to do that for a while.
So is there anything else that bothered you about the movie?
Everything. No.
Everything? No. Are you going to go over your notes to find other things that bothered you about the movie?
Probably. This is why I took notes this morning.
I'm just trying to figure. I mean, we've rated it. I didn't know if there's anything else you wanted to say about this weird film other than you know.
You gonna? No, I think I'm good. Do you do your whole casting, like what you would if you would recast it?
Oh, I mean, I was thinking there's already been a sequel. There's already been a recasting.
Yeah, but
I personally would love to do exactly what we've been talking about. I would take Steve and I would bring in Hugh Laurie to be Steve, and I would take Roger and I would bring in Anthony Head to be Roger.
Yeah,
and I would take it, and I would put together like a troupe of comedians. Right. Yeah. I would put together a troupe of comedians and tell them that they had to play the entire thing seriously.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing. You guys, I want you to be comedians in a world which is absolutely dead serious. And you're not allowed to treat this like comedy at all. You're not allowed. I think that would be absolutely hilarious.
And just edit it as comedy?
Right? Like the Tom Savini role?
Because a lot of comedic actors can play serious, so you wouldn't want to...
The Tom Savini biker role, I'd put Ben Stiller in that role. I would. The overweight cop, I would tell Jonah Hill to put the weight back on.
As one of them.
I want Jonah Hill to put the weight back on and be the overweight racist cop.
If you couldn't have Hugh Laurie, wouldn't Jason Bateman be excellent?
Jason Bateman might work pretty well for that. There's some other people that I feel like that would work well in that role. You know who else might work well in that role? Steve Carell.
Yeah.
Steve Carell would work pretty decent in that role.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, I don't know how I would change the movie. I just think I would love to take this film as it is.
Yeah.
Recast it and do a shot-by-shot imitation of this film.
with the same crappy
but,
effects?
The full director's cut.
Or some good effects.
No, I want the crappy effects and everything. I want to bring Tom Savini in and say, Tom, I want you to do whatever like you did in that movie. All the cheesy effects. Forget everything you've learned over 40 years in the industry.
Though.
40 to 50 years.
He looks the same as,
Right, like as a 20-something-year-old guy, he looks the same as an almost 70-year-old guy.
He looked like he was in his 40s or 50s then.
He looks like and Steve looks like the guy that birthed Hugh Laurie. He really does. Like he looks like a young Hugh Laurie. He really does.
Yeah. I know. I was almost going to look it up. I'm like, they got to be related.
Well, I want to.
Could be Dan Stevens too, but he's British.
I'm gonna wrap it up.
Oh no! Let's keep talking.
I want to thank everybody for sitting down to listen to us today, watch us, depending upon where you wanted to do this whole thing.
Yeah.
And you can find our podcast on Spotify, Good Pods, pretty much anywhere where you can find your favorite podcasts. You can also watch us on YouTube because we are trying to put out a video with this every single time, even though, as you can see, the video is not the best because I don't have great lighting. I don't have anybody with the knowledge of good lighting, and my camera is at best a cheap little fucking thing from Logitech.
It's the lighting. We look so much prettier in person.
It's a Logitech
really.
camera. That's the best that I could get right now. This is not a professional studio. No. And I want to thank Farrah, my own personal Faye Belcher.
Don't tell people.
Linda Belcher?
All right.
No? Okay.
No.
Thank you again. And as our good friend Nico would say, drink some water, you thirsty bitches.
Cheers.
First off, I want whatever anti-aging potion T. Leone and Paul Rudd are using. Silly, but not the good way. Perfect new different. Not funny, not horror, overall disappointing. Stellar cast and whip-smart script. What is this? That is the question I asked the whole time I had to sit and suffer through this nonsense. For the horse girls, they're lying to you. Masterful allegory, great satire and unexpected emotions. I love unicorns. And this movie does unicorns justice. Death of a unicorn. A cinematic car crash that makes you wish you were the unicorn. Unlocked a new fear, not just of unicorns, which I already knew were dangerous, but of crazy rich people. Cringe and cliche overload. Wild satirical creature feature. Can't believe people voted 6 stars. If nothing else, you have to appreciate the utter originally bland movie. Bland actors, lazy and rushed, a mix of humor, history, parody, critique on human nature and gore. Exceptionally rare movie that is completely idiotic and lacking in substance from start to finish. Too bad for the actors because they were very famous and in the other movies. Sit back, ignore that we couldn't CGI a better unicorn, at least the white one, and laugh. Enjoy your family movie night with a unicorn horse kick. They acted in. They were much better.